Welcome to Yoga 77. My name is Jackie. We're going to work through a standing flow today with a focus on balance, coming into our eagle pose and also ankle to knee hip opening pose. So to start in your mountain pose, Tadasana, just notice the feet grounded down to the earth, softening the shoulders, lift out through the crown of the head. Just noticing your breath. Just checking in, just leaving anything, putting it aside that doesn't serve you for the next little while through your practice. And if it's available to you, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Just take another 2 to 3 breath rounds here. And then on your next inhale, reaching your right arm up and overhead. And then just floating it down on your exhale. Take that to the other side, working with your breath here. So you might be moving faster or slower than me. Take one more to each side. You might follow your hand with your eye gaze. Just coming into your breath, your focus, your practice. And then as you're ready, bringing both hands up through center. And you can let your palms draw through. We'll take another one of those. And then this time we'll bring it all the way down into your forward fold. Allow a generous bend through your knees, like you're bringing your belly down to your thighs. You might have your forearms on your legs. Or you might have a little bit more space, belly to legs, bring opposite hands to opposite elbows, and allow your head to be heavy, noticing the length through the back of your neck. You might take little sways side to side. You might nod your head, just helping to encourage that letting go through the shoulders, through your neck. Just noticing how your hamstrings feel the back of your legs, your lower spine. And then feel free to keep working with that movement or find stillness for another 2 breath rounds. And then on your next inhale, when you're ready, if you're holding opposite elbows, just letting go, let the arms come down, ground down with the soles of the feet, lifting up through the legs, drawing belly button towards spine, and just rolling your body all the way back up to standing. And then you might reach arms above your head. You might come up onto your toes, reach a little taller. And then just arriving back down, draw hands back through heart center. And just again, 2 to 3 more breaths in your mountain pose, Tadasana. Again, you might have your eyes closed, or you might prefer that soft gaze. And then as you're ready, start to take the weight into your right foot. Take the left foot behind, but so it comes back and across, almost like a curtsy, and then bring it back up, like you're drawing the foot up the inside of your leg. You might bring your hands to heart center, and then just take that again. Maybe one more. And then this time, you're going to stay with the foot lifted. You can always have your foot down lower. You can even have your toes down on the ground or on your mat. Otherwise, just playing with this balance, just checking in with the shoulders, softening. And you might start to lift that leg a little higher, flex through that front foot, and then drawing it back. See if you can keep a bent leg. So it's almost like a bent leg warrior 3. Really nice. And then try that again. So bring the leg forward, and then bringing it back. Really nice. Maybe one more. Nice. And then just bringing that foot down. Reach arms up and overhead on your inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Sink your hips back. Come into your chair pose. So in this pose, we're looking to lengthen through the spine. Draw belly button towards the spine. A little tucking in of the chin. You can always bring your hands back through heart center if you feel that it's just a bit much in the shoulders. And then check down and see that you can see your toes. So take the weight more into the heels of your feet. Again, just check in with the belly, drawing that belly button lightly back towards the spine so your core is active. Really nice. Maybe 2 more breaths here. Really nice. And then as you're ready, you're going to take the weight again into your right foot and take your left leg over your right. So you're crossing your legs, squeeze your thighs together. Now you can have your toes down on your mat. You might bend a little bit more into the standing leg, squeeze the thighs together. Option is to float the toes off. If you feel like more of a challenge, bring the foot behind your standing calf. And just know that anatomically, that isn't possible for everyone. So that is an option, coming into full eagle pose legs. But full for you might be with the foot not in behind the calf or toes on the ground. Staying here for another 2 to 3 breath rounds. Again, bring that light activation into your belly, belly button towards spine. Check in with the shoulders. They haven't taken on any of the tension. And then when you come out, see how very slowly you can unwind. Nice, and just take some movement, just let that go, and we'll take that on the second side. So start to take the weight into your left foot, and then again we're going to take the right foot behind. You might have hands at heart center, and then it gets like you're sliding the foot up the inside of your leg. Nice. Take it again, and then feel free to take another one of these. Just remember, you might be moving slower, you might be moving faster. Just having a little bit of curiosity with this motion. So you might stay here. You might bring the leg a little higher, flexing through that front foot, and then start to draw the sole of the foot back. Keeping the leg bent, keep the foot flexed, really nice. Let's try it again. So we're coming forward, lifting up with the quad muscle. And as you draw it back, it's almost like you're lifting up through the hamstrings, through the muscles in the back of your leg. Maybe one more of those. Oh, go with those wobbles. Really nice. Then bring that foot down. Inhaling, reach arms high. Exhaling, come into your forward fold. Again, sink your hips down and back. Notice that you can check and see the toes. Take the weight more into the heels of the feet so the toes are soft. Again, feel free to keep your arms up or bring them through heart center, just checking in with your shoulders. Little tucking in of your chin. And again, just check in that you haven't sort of dumped into the lower spine. So drawing back of belly button, little tucking under of the tailbone. So it's more of a lifting up. Might mean you don't come down as far. So if you're right down here, just think about that tucking in, lengthening through your spine, softening the shoulders. Take the weight more into the heels of your feet. So you should really feel your core here. Maybe 2 to 3 more breaths. Just holding that pose. And then as you're ready, again, you're going to take your right leg over your left. So you're going to cross it over nice and slow, squeezing the thighs together. Really nice, coming into your eagle pose legs. You can have toes down, toes up. You might come into that bind to really make this yours. So if you're coming into the bind, you're taking your foot behind your standing calf. Again, squeeze the thighs together. Again, it's like you're drawing everything into center. Check in with the shoulders. Check in with your chin. Check in with your jaw. And then noticing, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your nose, and just stay for another 2 to 3 breath rounds. Now if you wobble out, just come back in if you like. Take your time. Remember, it is a practice, not a perfect. You Might bend a little bit more in that standing leg. That might be more stable for you. Squeeze the thighs together and then just come out very slowly, unwind. Really nice, just let that go. All right, we're going to take a little variation now. So just coming back into your mountain pose. So again, take the weight into the right foot. And this time we're going to bring the left leg up as you lift your right arm. So lifting up and then drawing the sole of your foot back as you switch arms. So it's a little bit of a challenge, and you might discover that you would prefer to touch down with the toes behind you. So I'm just going to turn to the side so that you can see that. So your toes might touch down on the ground behind you, but you're taking a cross movement, cross crawl, working opposite arm and opposite leg. So it's a big challenge, this one, for the balance, coordination. Just give me a couple more of those. And then, as you're ready, you might hold again with that leg up in front. You might bring the other arm up, come into a balance. Other option is to have your hands at heart center. You might straighten the front leg. Maybe. Nice. You might prefer to keep it bent. It might be lower. Really nice. And just let that go. Really nice. And then we'll just have that nice big inhale, reaching till finding that length again. Exhale, come into your forward fold. Come into your chair pose. So sink your hips down and back, again lengthening through the upper body. You might have your palms at heart center. You might prefer your arms extended above your head. Again, just staying here for another 2 to 3 breath rounds. And as you're ready, take the weight into your right foot, and you're going to take the left ankle maybe over your thigh. If your leg doesn't go there, you might have it lower. You might even have your toes on the ground, but you're bringing your left leg into an external rotation. So your foot might be higher up, might be here, might be above your knee. You might have a wall next to you, or a chair to hold on to, or the kitchen bench. You might bend a little bit more into your right leg, checking in with the shoulders again, tucking in at the chin. So just have a little play with this pose. Flex through your left foot so that you are bringing a nice activity into this leg, drawing the knee down towards the floor. Check in with your standing foot that you're not gripping with your toes. And then come back to your breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. If you've wobbled out, feel free to come in again. And then really take your time to come out. And again, just let that all go. And then come into stillness, just a time to observe. You might close your eyes down and just notice any sensations in your body. You might notice tingling. You might notice a difference from one side of your body to the other. One leg might feel longer, lighter, shorter, heavier. Your feet might feel different. Your hips might feel different. Or you might not notice anything at all. Still something to notice. Let's take another 2 breath rounds here. And then we're going to take that all on the second side. And so as you're ready, it's going to be your right leg that lifts with your left arm. So that little opposite movement, cross crawl, and then it's a switch. So again, you might touch your toes down behind you, or you might be working on keeping the toes off the ground, off your mat. Again, no right or wrong. Really moving very mindfully, noticing the leg moving at the same time as your arms. And you might coordinate that with your breath. So it might be an exhale as the leg draws back. It might be an inhale as you draw the leg forward. Really nice. Maybe take another 2 or 3 of these. Again, you might be moving faster, slower than me. You might be feeling more energetic or not. Really nice. And then again, you might just come into that balance. You might reach up with your other arm. Nice. Just bringing in that stability through your core, belly button towards spine. Check in with your chin that it's not jutting out. Really nice. And then option is to work on extending your right leg. Nice. Working it towards straight maybe. Really nice. Then see how slowly you can come down. Just letting that go. And then a big inhale, reach arms high. Exhaling, come into your forward fold. Sink your hips down and back. Again, coming into your chair pose. Checking in that you can see your toes, just adjusting. You might bring your hands down, palms together, softening the shoulders. Again, check your core is active, belly button towards spine, and that there is length through your spine. Really nice. Right to the crown of the head. Another 2 to 3 breaths here. And then again from here, we're going to be coming into that ankle across your left leg. And again, it might stay low. So it might be toes down. This might be your position. You might bring the leg a little higher. So you're still coming into this external rotation through the right hip. Or you might bring the ankle up and across your thigh. You might bend a little bit more into that standing leg. Really nice. Now really flex through the right foot and draw your right knee down towards the floor, wherever you are, so you can still be doing that if you're low. Nice. And just holding for another 2 to 3 full breath rounds. Again, if you've wobbled out, just have a play coming back in. It's all good. Remembering, a practice, not a perfect. Be curious. This side might feel quite different to the first side. And then when you are ready to come out, see how slowly you can come out. And then just come back into your mountain pose, Tadasana. Just back into stillness to observe any sensations in your body. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Please subscribe, put a like, put a comment, and I look forward to sharing my next video with you. Go well. Namaste.